Okay, hey guys. I This is an updated light puzzles video where instead of just giving you the solutions, I'm teaching you how to do the puzzle. So to do the puzzle, you have to think logically. For example, when you have a light puzzle, when you click a square, it lights up the squares next to it. But if you click a square and then there's already a lighted up square next to it, it will turn that square off. And the goal is to get all the squares lit up. And think logically. Let's say all these dark ones right here, all these dark squares are lit up, and you want to make it all dark again. So basically, you think, okay, if I click that, that's right. And if I click the one over here, it'll light up the entire thing. And so that's the first one. So, yay. Now the second one is a bit more difficult, but if you think about it, you can turn this off and light up the middle. Once again, turn this off. So then you have these two. Turn this off. So then you have these three, and then light up the middle, which will light up the entire puzzle again. And this one is just simple. You can turn both of these on. It's because, you know. This one's also simple. It's the same thing. So yeah. The first light puzzle set is pretty easy, but this one, all you have to do is just click every square. And that's what you can do with a 4x4. A 4x4 square made up of cubes. I meant a 2x2, I'm sorry. So a 2x2 made out of cubes, you can just click every cube and it will solve it. So yeah, that's the first set of light puzzles. Now I'm going to do the second set of light puzzles for you. Okay, here it's kind of really similar. Just whenever you see a 3x3 grid, you can light it up by clicking the middle and then these four squares. And you have to find situations where you can apply this. Now, I'll show you during the Practice Light Puzzles 3 section. I'll show you an example. And sometimes they get a little hard. Like, for example, this one. You can light everything up, but still have a middle unlit. So basically, I solved it when you click it right here. So 4 moves gone. And then you could do the 3x3 solving method, and boom, you have it. Here, it's also pretty simple. Just click the top and the bottom. Once again, there are many different ways of solving a 3x3 light puzzle. And one of them, if there's just a line down the middle, you click the top middle and the bottom middle. Now this one gets a little difficult. Click the unlit squares, and boom, you have it. So it's a little difficult if you don't know what to do. Now here is where it gets a little hard. So you make a cross using these moves, and then you solve it like a regular 3x3 light puzzle. And boom, you have light puzzles too. Now I'm going to show you an example where applying things works. So right here, you think you could light all of these up by just going around like this. And this is a solution, but it works. So, next one. So you can light this bit up, but you see this area right here? It's the same thing if you light up these fours. So for example, if I took this out, I would have an area the same. So lighting it up would be the same. So you tap that one and tap these four. And this one is sort of difficult, but you can't really do the light the entire thing up strategy because it doesn't work that way. I mean, there are different ways to solve this, but I find there's an easy way, and it's called finding solutions. So if you think about it logically, you can have something like this, the 4x4 method, and then Boom. Now you can replay the video to see how you did that, but I'm not going to show you. So next one gets a little bit difficult, but there's a regular pattern for it. So the puzzle looks like this, and the pattern is to have a 3x3 out first, and then going 2 over there, 2 right here, and 2 right there. Also, a trick is if you have something inverted, like in case you didn't see right here. So this thing is inverted. It's lighted up squares surrounded by dark squares. You can tap those 2 lighted up squares and you solve the puzzle. Now this last one is the most difficult one, but the solution would be to tap these 2 squares, 1 square right there, and then these 4 top squares, 2 down, and another inversion, so tap them, and then you've solved the 3 light puzzles. Now I'm going to briefly explain what X1, X2, and X3 are. Let me check the time. We are at 6 minutes, and so these puzzles are a bit different. For when you click one, it either lights it up diagonally. So diagonally, it's pretty hard. So that's how you solve the first one in case you didn't see. Tap those 2, tap those 2. Okay. Now this next one is also quite difficult, but it's like that. This one is a really hard one. But pretty much the goal for these puzzles is symmetry. That's what you want, symmetry. Symmetry is a solution to these puzzles. At this current moment, I don't really know the solutions to this exact puzzle. Therefore, I'm just going to briefly explain strategies for this puzzle. And in my previous light puzzles videos, I just gave you solutions to the first couple of the X puzzles. So, yeah. And some of you might be asking, no, did you write down the solutions? No, I did not write down the solutions. I just did the puzzles so many times. Honestly, this puzzle took me like a long time. So, obviously, if you couldn't tell, I'm voicing over these puzzles. I think I just found the solution, apparently. Awkward silence. Oh, that was close. By the way, you can actually go along with me if you want with these puzzles. So, just in case you want. Also, don't want to hurt your feelings, but I'm not actually going to. You're going to have to figure out this puzzle on your by yourself, but I'm going to go through one light puzzle on X2, but not X3. So, yep. I'm going to have to end it. So, goodbye.